All right. To kick-ass photos today.
To kick-ass
photos. You're like
photos.
taller than me. I mean, you're taller than me, but
I
I
can
need to come. Hold on. Let me come up.
make sure mic's on.
Is it on?
Make sure.
So look at this.
King
of
everything.
And so even if you're not king, feel like it when you drink your shots. You know,
Exactly.
with this particular shot glass that I got from Vegas, the king of everything.
Like off and everything.
And so like this makes me feel empowered. You know what I mean? So, and then, oh wait, we got to tell everybody what we're drinking. We're drinking. What is it called?
Scott.
Mad Dog or something.
Oh, is it Mad Dog?
Yeah. Wait.
Hold this.
Hold on. Bird Dog. See, I said Mad Dog. I was wrong. Okay, we're drinking Bird Dog Mesquite. Mesquite. You better say it right. Mesquite.
Brown sugar flavored whiskey.
Bam. King of everything. Bam. Bam. All right. We have quite a show for you guys this evening.
Quite the show. Quite the show.
You guys got to see Taylor.
Quite the show. So we just filmed, we just finished.
One of our many, you know what? At some point, it would be cool, even though we hard as stuff. Like, not that hard, but like, you know how people say, we just did our 100,000th photo shoot, photo. You know what I mean? Like how people do that.
Yeah, we probably have at least 50,000 photos. I wanted to use my Insta 360 Go Max 3 thing, but it would be cool to have it rolling on mounted to me while you're doing photos, but nonetheless.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, when they send me the return camera, I have to print off the shipping label.
That could be really cool, actually.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, we haven't done that, the GoPro action,
Yeah, so the GoPro rolling here while you're taking photos.
You know, there's a famous photojournalist named James Knockway. He has a film out there called War, and it's based off of his book. Actually, did I call it right? Oh my God, I may have said the wrong name.
It's something.
But it's a documentary about James Knockway, and kind of shows him in action. Anyway, I believe there was a camera over his camera, like a little,
okay.
And he was taking pictures, so you could kind of see what he sees.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it was amazing. Yeah.
So with that being said, this is about why I think photography is harder than video, and why you think this video is harder than photography.
Yes, we were saving this discussion for this very topic. I was like, I think that this part right here, you just pick this camera up, you turn it on, you aim what you're trying to shoot at, and boom, you're done. I think that's easier than Taylor having to have a team of people. You know, you have your mic guy, and you have to trick this camera out, putting your headphones and mic and your fuzzy boom.
It also comes from the fact that you've been working in your industry for a long time, and I've been working in my industry for a long time. But point being is I think photography is harder because if you take one photo and it's not what you meant,
right?
It's harder to go fix it. But a video could eventually might be in focus.
So I think that actually photos that if you, in this day and age, and depending on the type of photography you are, you can go back and fix something.
If it's not in focus?
Well, not necessarily.
Oh.
Yeah, that's different, right? At some point, if shit's gone too far, it's gone too far,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
some people will use it because it's blurry anyways.
Yeah. And sometimes it actually looks cool that it's out of focus. That's that rare occasion. But with photography, you can, at this point, I won't even talk about AI. That's even a whole nother level of
next level
it can add to what we already do, for the good or for the bad. But you can, if there is a hair out of place, on a model, or it doesn't have to be a model, but we just use that as an example. Well, you can remove it, or if it's not enough hair, you can add more hair. This is all the stuff you can do. But I think you can also do that in video too. That's all in post-production, right?
Yeah, AI stuff.
Yeah. So there's some stuff with photography and videography and probably cinematography too, that they all kind of cross over. So I think that while I have no interest in doing video and cinematography, at this time, I feel like the eye that I have is the same for all of them. I think that goes for I think videographers can also make good photographers too, because I think your eye, what the image is.
Yeah, I don't really feel like doing photography. It's if someone sees me with my camera, they don't usually ask me if I can do a photo because it looks like a film.
Because you got
TV thing.
you got a film.
Yeah.
Look at the.
But when I had a Canon that was mainly a photography camera that was built, you could also do a video with it.
So if you walk around like an R5,
yeah, most people when
it's
you're
a
holding
Canon
this,
R5,
people will say like, "Oh my God, take my photo."
Yeah.
And then you have to change your settings, make sure they're right, and be like, "Okay, I think I got it. Okay, no, let's do a few more." But
this does 8K video, by the way. This thing is amazing.
And when I had this, if someone says, "Oh, take my photo," I'd be like, "Oh, it's a video." They'd be like, "Okay, take my video." It was always like, "Okay, well, do something," like.
So you know what you would do with this? You would have to do like, and this is interesting. You'd almost have to do like this, like flip the the screen out, and then because sometimes this screen is with the video. It kind of implies you're doing video.
Yeah, like you're looking at more.
But it's really interesting. But this thing looks like this now, y'all. But I've seen folks trick this out. I mean,
like a whole film
and
camera.
it'll look like a film movie camera. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Although I don't use it for that. I use it for photojournalism and, editorial and fashion shoots and portraiture,
The nicest thing about the Insta Go 3 that I had was that nobody looked at it like it was a, giant camera, because it wasn't. It was a tiny little camera. But it's also like kind of like a spy camera.
Yeah.
Like when you put it in the corner, it looks like a spy camera, just blinking red. But when it's mounted to you, you look like you're just filming, like it's just like a POV camera.
I think it's cool. Like I would, if I was doing video, I think that would be the perfect camera. Basically, that camera and those little GoPros, I think they're just so, inconspicuous. Like you can just
inconspicuous.
You can just
better for the
you can film
you
really
mount it
cool
to somewhere
stuff.
like your hat or your chest.
Well, street photography. Let's say you, I see it all the time on YouTube. They'll have like in 4K. They'll be like, daily life in Hong Kong, and you'll just see somebody has one of these little cameras attached to them, and they're just walking through a street or streets, and you just see everyday people walking by. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool. So like, okay, so for photography, like at this point in my career, I want my cameras smaller. So I want them smaller in a way because it makes me feel like my big self is becoming invisible, especially for the work that I do with photojournalism, right? So as a photojournalist, you want to be as invisible as possible because the storytelling isn't about you. The storytelling is about who or the person you're documenting, right?
Mm-hmm.
The story or essay that you're doing is about them. So like, but obviously it's different when you're doing, like, we did a photo shoot on this with portraiture and fashion and all that. So that's different, but the size of the camera is really cool because I want a camera at this point where it's little and then I can have a walk around camera. So like if I travel abroad, I don't really want to have a big camera dangling. It's not even for safety purposes. It's just more, it's kind of nice to have something really, really lightweight. And at this point, they have tons of cameras that are small now.
Yeah, that's why I let that little thing I had, because there's no cables to it. It's just a little GoPro. You can detach it if you want.
And the Leica too. Y'all know I want that Leica 3 so bad, but it's $6,000. But man, it costs my name, Yeah, I gotta shoot a few jobs to get that camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
A few kid pics.
Yeah, I gotta do some unsavory acts to get to get that camera. Yeah. That's one of my favorite words, unsavory.
Unsavory. So, the main idea is that the better you are at something, the harder other things. Like, I think photography is harder because I don't do it. I don't really like. Spending 8 hours on one photo, but I can spend 8 hours on a whole video.
So it's weird. It's what holds your attention then, right?
I guess so.
And interest.
Yeah, like this is pretty easy because there's no editing required, so it's pretty quick.
Well, wait. But you would edit this video when you say there's no editing required. That's
editing when there's a story. Like the Puerto Rico video took me a full day.
Okay.
Or more, roughly. But because of all the little things I had to think about. But like this is just gonna be like what happens.
Okay.
Which is why this is podcasts are more popular than these days, because all you gotta do is sit down and just like, shoot the shit. But
And the video is just like it's long or short as you want it to be.
Yeah, it's like.
But you still have to. If it's long, you got to cut it short, right?
You should
still have to. That's
you
part of
should
the
clip it
editing.
up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think videos are easier because there's a whole lot more you can do with it. Photos are just like you take one good photo and then if the whole world knows you, or you take one bad photo and the whole world knows you.
Or maybe they won't notice you.
Maybe they won't know you. No one knows you.
I mean, it's. I think that is in general. There is an ease of the mechanics of taking a still photo. There's a ease of that, just clicking the shutter button and you're done. So but there's a lot more to it, right? There's what are we trying to photograph? How do we want to compose it? What about the lighting? The lighting is the bedrock of photography. Where video, I think it's a lot more complicated. I think you got to have lighting. You've got to have a tripod at all times, damn near. You got the audio. You got to worry about audio. You got to worry about
the
audio.
Yeah.
Like when I take stills, I don't have to worry about the audio. If anything, the mental challenge is trying to make a picture, a still photo that has sound. How do you put that in a still image?
Yeah.
Like that's really, I think that thinking is challenging.
Do you think it's harder to be candid with photo or video? Because a candid photo, you might look ugly, but a candid video, you might look cute.
So I think this is where they're kind of similar. I think if no one knows that you're doing a still picture of them, they're going to be as candid as possible because they don't know, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for video. So I think they're equal in that regard.
Okay.
Right? I think that if you have and nobody knows you're filming, and they're going to be themselves naturally. So in that regard, it wouldn't be different for you or I. But the technicalities there's some audio that you may not be getting.
Yeah.
Right. And what if the lighting isn't right? Like I can still shoot. This is what I'm talking about, the challenges of still versus video. Like I can still shoot in poor light conditions. I think that's not the case with video. I think it's harder to shoot in poor lighting conditions, which is why they have to have like some kind of LED light to put on the scene so you can get video footage.
Right.
Like that's why I think that's another reason why I think video is tougher. Like, just the nature of stuff you have to carry around, mics for the audio, lighting, right? Like the other thing is, if there's people doing still photography with flashes, that's supposedly an issue for videographers.
Sometimes,
it's an issue. So I can walk around with my camera and I can shoot in just about any light condition, provided that I have the camera that has the right settings, right? If it does low light settings, and the right lenses. If you get the right lenses, it's got the right f-stop that can handle low light. I think that's not the case for video.
Yeah.
But also there's some different, like I've played with video with these cameras, and not necessarily these right here, but other cameras, and I want it to be as easy as like the iPhone. You put it on video and you just film. Like that's how easy I want it, right? And that's similar to like when I'm taking stills, right? I can just shoot, but the kind of equipment that you have, or these big Nikons and Sonys and Panasonics and Canons, like for you to do the kind of 4K and 8K video, you gotta trick it out,
right?
And all this stuff.
Yeah, you got a studio set.
Yeah, and that can also, like where I'm trying to have the least amount of weight, that's not the case for videographers.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily about the. Well, I feel like they have cameras now for people what we call content creators. Right? And they want little shit. They don't want...
like a DSLR is good for a content creator because you just need one hand. And you can film whatever you can do. You can film like stuff with both hands. You can turn it around. You can put on a little stick and hold the stick. I technically prefer this because I can film other people better. No one questions me when I'm filming with this.
So what is the questioning? If
I was filming myself, I like the GoPro thing because typically I just want to capture what's happening. But if someone's filming me, like my birthday or something, this is easier because you can be like 100 yards away and still get a good shot.
So this is the video camera that you're using when you have the fellas over and y'all are talking smack, right?
Yeah.
This is the camera. Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's the main camera. And then I have two other cameras, DSLRs.
Okay.
Like, it's stashed in the corner just in case, like, if someone was talking from over there, I have a camera there pointed that way just in case. Because they say like, oh, I don't want to buy a camera, but if you talk, it's I gotta be able to catch it. So this catches all the this is what I synchronize the audio to.
Okay. This is the main bedrock here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the headquarter.
It's so cool.
The main mama.
I remember when you got that camera. I mean, look, it's a sweet camera.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting another one just so I don't have to use DSLRs anymore.
What's wrong with using DSLR?
Nothing.
You never gave it a chance, did you?
I love DSLRs for photography.
Like you walking around, have you seen the specs and all the shit it can do?
Taking photos is perfect. Walking around taking photos.
No, I'm talking about the video specs. Okay, maybe it's still okay. Maybe it's still not as impressive as that.
Yeah, if I was taking photos at someone's birthday and they say, "Can you take a video?" Perfect, DSLR.
Right.
If someone hires me to do shoot a video for them,
yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, can you take a photo?" Just give me your fucking phone. I don't want to change all my camera settings.
Oh, okay.
To take a photo.
I'm glad you brought. No, this is good. I'm glad you brought that
up. Give me your phone. There you go. There's your photo. And then let me get back to my.
So it's funny. That's the other thing. The settings for doing video. That's a whole nother monster.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother monster.
Yeah.
Because going back and forth on the same camera can be tricky.
Yeah, like exposure.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Is
I tried that once with an assignment I think last year, and it was driving me nuts. It was like I turned the camera to video, and it had a whole different set of gobbledygook, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. It's helpful if you're prepared for it. Like, if I was shooting someone's birthday party and they wanted a video, sure, no worries. I get it, because you're not excited for the video. You're excited for the photos, and it happens to be a video there too. Whatever.
Are you impressed when you can trick out the iPhone? Do you see people trick it out and say, "I filmed this whole episode with an iPhone"?
Yeah, I mean it's a little weird, like to spend that much money to trick out like your phone. Just get a camera.
Right? But don't they use the same equipment? I mean, one is just for a smaller, obviously tailored to something smaller. But like it's the same concept, right? Audio. But you still got to get a mic.
Yeah.
They still put it on those.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Gimbals and
it's smart
sliders.
Because iPhones can shoot the same quality, but it's also like if you're gonna put that much money into tricking out your iPhone, maybe just get a camera.
So wait, what? I think that people are more receptive to when you do it on an iPhone than that camera.
Yeah, more.
Because if you're walking around and it's tricked out, though, it's like, oh, what's that? There's a
I could be doing this
bewilderment with it.
Yeah, like right? It's like, oh, you have what I have, but tricked out.
Yeah,
like, you have a cool iPhone.
So, but
this is scary because where's it going to be, and why is it going there, and how much are you making off that, and who paid you, and
do you like which one do you prefer though? Like, I mean, I know you prefer this, but I'm saying, do you want to be able to fly on the wall?
Yeah,
or you want to be noticed?
Occasionally.
See?
Yeah, it depends where I am. At the airport, I want to be a fly on the wall.
Okay.
Because I don't want people being scared to say the genuine thoughts. But if I'm like at like Burning Man, probably this one.
Yeah.
Probably.
But Burning Man, it's a little tricky too because
I've never been there.
I've never been either, but I've always wanted to go.
It's supposed to be like.
It's changed.
It's supposed to be low key.
Okay, so back in the day,
if I was like a press media thing, probably this. So no one questions
but then
me.
you would be. But at Burning Man, you would be questioned. It's a little different now.
Okay,
so Burning Man, I would want to be an iPhone
DSLR,
because
the iPhone.
That thing is going to say like you. Okay, so there sometimes you have people at the Burning Man that is in a profession that maybe their colleagues don't know about.
Okay,
right?
okay,
So you could be a federal judge.
Okay.
And you're having a good old time here because you're supposed to be free, and you may not want that on camera, right?
Uh-huh.
So there's a difference in you may get a different reaction. For example, if you have a tricked out iPhone,
right,
or Android, and you say, "Hey, I want to film you doing cartwheels," and that federal judge says, "Sure," but if you game with that camera. He may be like,
Yeah, what are you here for? Like, what are you here for, and why?
And so for me, it's all about capturing the footage.
Yeah,
so I don't want to be I don't want my gear to limit me.
Yeah, limit
at
me,
all.
Yeah.
So if I gotta become invisible to do that, I want gear to reflect.
Hey, look, it's green now.
Oh, it's finished.
Finally, it took 6 days.
Man,
Yeah,
this camera I was using.
The Insta-Go thing for Puerto Rico is perfect because this in Puerto Rico, someone would rob me.
Say what?
This camera?
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, someone would come rob me for sure.
Well, no, you mean clearly they didn't.
But I didn't bring this to Puerto Rico.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I brought
okay.
the Insta whatever.
So
I don't know what to call it.
That's another thing. Like if you do
Go 3.
travel videos,
yeah, I'm
you're gonna probably want you're gonna want your iPhone or a GoPro or that Insta
for travel stuff.
Yeah,
because it's perfect. It works for the airplane, running around. I just can't apparently bring it to the fucking ocean.
Well, I can't put this camera in the ocean either.
But it says it's waterproof.
Well,
so anyways, we're gonna find out when I send it to them. When I send it to them, and they're gonna find out what the problem is, and then I'll make another. More,
but they're sending you a new one though. Period.
I don't know. I had to fix.
What?
I had to send them the one I have for repairs.
So they're going to fix it then. At no,
they're gonna try. I think they're gonna pay them to try to fix it.
Really?
If they can't fix it, maybe they'll send me a new one. I have no idea.
Now your stuff was under warranty. You haven't even had it 14 days.
Yeah, I know. My warranty covers me for repairs.
So you don't pay anything.
I'm not sure.
Well, if it has warranty, then
it says I'm paying for the courier.
Oh, okay.
And potentially the cost of fixing it. I'm not sure. There are some instructions on like don't get the USB thing wet, and I probably did. But like, yes, I'll pay less than what it costs to fix the one I have. 20, 50, 60, 80, 100.
Right.
I'll pay that.
Right. 300?
No, thanks.
Well, see, I'm
200? No, thanks.
I'm different. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm like, give me a whole new camera. Because because your shit broke in less than 14 days.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
So give me a new one.
That's the idea.
Don't repair it. I even want that.
I do want the footage off the camera though.
Okay, that's different.
But I don't
thought
need.
You got the footage.
I do. I don't need it. I don't need it. I just want. There is some stuff from like my Thanksgiving with my cousins that I don't have because I didn't think I was gonna lose the fucking camera. Like when I called them, they're like, "Hey, don't call us. Use the email we sent you." They're like, "Hey, we're busy," you know. And then the email was like, "Hey, don't call us. Use this email." And it was like, hold the power button for 7 seconds, and then when I did that, it just went doot 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 doot, and that doesn't turn on anymore. So, anyways, with that being said, photo and video are both difficult depending on.
You're right. I think photo can have its challenges. I still think the videographers have a lot more challenge than I do with some of their technicalities, the mechanics, and all of that.
But we got lots more to talk about. If you're interested in hearing more, go ahead and hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you leave a fucked up comment. Make sure you say some shit like,
those guys that know what they're talking about.
Let's get started. You know, hey, food fans, let's get started. But other than that, I think it's time for me to get packed up.
I know we had a killer shoot. Bam.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Thanks for joining us. See you soon. You want to say anything crazy for the end?
Let's see. What can I say crazy? I always say crazy stuff. I don't even know what I want to say. Let's see. What can I say crazy? Let's see. What do I say? Thank you very much. I don't know.
I don't know. It says something crazy for the story, for the Instagram story. It says something real crazy. Like cows don't produce milk.
Well, that's rather interesting, isn't it? What do they produce then? What do they produce?
Almond milk.
Almond milk.
Yeah. That's how almond milk is produced.
Almond.
Yeah. Cows.
We don't want to say almond. It has to be almond.
Cows eat almonds, and then when they produce the milk, it's almond milk.
Almond
it's not
milk.
Yeah. The milk is when they filter out the almond from the almond milk.
Yeah.
That's how you get milk.
Have you ever made almond milk?
No.
It's really cool looking.
Oh.
You ever have a nut bag?
Oh.
You have to you take all the almonds. They have this what is it called? Like a cheese bag or cheese wrap bag? It's got a name. It's like a mesh kind of bag.
Okay.
And you put all the almonds in it, and I think you can juice it. Like you can blend it, and it turns to milk. It's some crazy process, but it's really cool. You can do it yourself.
Okay. Well, something crazy for the story.
Yeah.
Make
some nut milk.
No, something. Go ahead and say something crazy.
Okay. Like what do I say crazy? Like think of something. What do I
like random? Like
I'm very random. I just don't know like what I'm trying to think.
Like grasshoppers hate grass.
Grasshoppers great. I usually have something to say crazy too.
But not crazy, just like wrong.
Like, oh my God. Okay, I have a crazy story.
Yeah.
Like, okay, y'all, I mixed up coriander with colander. It was crazy.
Coriander with colander.
Yeah.
Colander is what you strain pasta with.
Yeah.
And coriander is...
Yeah. So I was talking to one of my buddies, and I was like, I need some coriander. No, wait. I told her, I mixed them up some kind of way, and she laughed at me for a really long time. I kept saying, I'm trying to put something in the coriander.
No, you should make it...
Yeah, that's what it is. I can't remember. I was like, it's typical. Like, yeah.
The foot and mouth disease.
The foot and mouth, I have foot and mouth disease. So
you should use it on purpose. Try to say something that doesn't sound correct.
Well, like coriander and colander.
No, like say like France is not in Europe.
France is not in Europe. Or you could say something like Cuba begins with a Q.
There you go. Try that.
Yeah.
Like start the sentence. Like, Taylor, did you know?
Taylor, did you know Cuba begins with a Q?
No, I asked did you know? And then let me like.
Did you know that Cuba begins with a Q?
No, like, did you know?
Did you know?
Know what?
That Cuba begins with a Q.
Cuba does not start with a Q.
It does.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We just think that it's supposed to be CUBA.
What in the heck in
the world? What if
I
told you that? See?
Dude, what in the heck in the world?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you told me because I've been spelling it with a C the whole time. See, that was perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, I didn't tell you about the time I was a kid and I mispronounced Chihuahua.
Oh, Chihuahua.
And I asked one of the grandmas, I was like, Grandma, what's a Chihuahua? Yeah.
Chihuahua.
Kids have the best. See? Phonics, y'all. I was hooked on phonics. I was like, Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah. So they got a good kick out
What
of
are
it.
those Chihuahuas doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Grandma, what's a Chihuahua?
I don't know.
And that caused a lot of laughter.
So, guys, are you into misogyny or just misogynistic? Or I should say, guys, are you into misogyny or are you just misogynistic?
That's it. You know what? That's up there
That's
with Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Remember Bart Simpson would call the bar. It was like, hey, can I speak to Amanda? Yeah, Amanda who? Amanda Huggins? Yeah, that's one. He had a whole bunch of other ones,
Are you, by chance, misogynistic, or are you just misogynistic?
See? That's a Bart Simpson joint. Yeah. They need to use that one, actually.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah. They need to use that, actually.
Someone should put that in the stand-up comedy thing.
Yeah, they probably will.
It's gonna be the beginning of my stand-up comedy set.
We can slip them.
Hey guys, just curious. Is anybody here misogynistic, or are you potentially misogynistic?
And they're gonna be looking
That's pretty good, I think.
They're gonna be like,
because in stand-up, you can be awful, and as long as it's intentionally a joke.
Well, I think the way that the context that you use it. I think
maybe it's at the end of your set. Maybe it's the last thing you say. If you obviously said something that pissed off the women, like if your jokes piss off the women, and then you're like, you know what, I might as well just end this with like, are you guys misogynistic? Or are you just misogynistic?
See, I think that'll work in your set, like across the set.
Across the set, yeah.
Across the set, because people,
but not a bookend.
The mind is prepared that this is a comedic scene.
Yeah,
you know?
not a bookend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so everybody, it's Chihuahua, not Chihuahua. Yeah.
All right, peace.
Deuces. Awesome sauce. I cannot believe you. Look at that.